Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I've been on vacation for the last couple of days, and you might have noticed that I haven't really made any political videos recently. Well, I mean, my videos are always related to politics in some way, but in a way, I've been covering more generic topics, more cultural stuff, especially the last couple of days. I pre-recorded a ton of videos within a 5-day span, and took some time off and just kind of scheduled those video uploads for the days that I was off. Well, vacation's over, it's back to work. In other words, it's back to politics, and day one being back, it's already getting pretty damn real. Look, in life, you can't get everything that you want, and with this new House GOP majority, it's certainly not perfect, especially with the most recent debt deal negotiation. Did McCarthy play hardball and get everything that you might have wanted? Not really, so there's some clear frustration there, obviously. But if we look on the bright side, at least the House GOP is starting to increase the pressure on the FBI and the Bidens. We spoke about a supposed document that James Comer referenced a couple months ago that implicated the Bidens, and specifically Joe Biden and then Vice President Joe Biden, in a $5 million bribery scheme, a supposed criminal case and criminal accusation. Apparently there was a document in the FBI's hands based on a credible whistleblower. Well, the House GOP has been trying to get their hands on that document, and FBI clown Christopher Wray has been trying to stand in their way. Well, they threatened him with contempt of Congress, and finally, Chris Wray has officially backed down, and he will be releasing the document into the hands of the House GOP and also House Democrats, which is making things real interesting, not only because we're now getting the document and it's supposedly directly implicating Joe Biden in a criminal scheme, but because of this update in the story, we now essentially have confirmation from the FBI director that the document is in fact real, does exist, and it's about to be released. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so let's go back in time a little bit over a week ago. This was the headline: FBI again fails to turn over subpoenaed Biden criminal scheme document at briefing. House Republicans are threatening to file contempt charges against FBI Director Christopher Wray after the agency failed during a closed-door meeting to hand over a document that lawmakers subpoenaed. House Oversight and Accountability Committee Chairman James Comer detailed how lawmakers are seeking a document from the FBI that alleges a criminal scheme involving then Vice President Joe Biden and an unnamed foreign national. Well, that was the story a week ago. The story this week is we're getting the document.
The FBI will deliver the document, which has been subpoenaed by the House GOP, to Capitol Hill on Monday. This document alleges that President Biden was involved in a $5 million criminal bribery scheme with a foreign national. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer and Ranking Member Jamie Raskin will review the document after Comer threatened to hold the FBI Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress.
And so it's on, folks. We have been pointing the finger at Joe Biden's dealing with foreign nationals being highly suspicious for a very long time. Well, now apparently there's a document suggesting that Joe Biden's relationships with these foreign nationals was in fact in criminal nature, let's say. Not the most eloquent way to say it, but you get what I mean. The question I'm asking myself is why the hell it took so long for the FBI to do the right thing. It seems like a pattern of behavior. The FBI always working hard and working overtime to protect sleepy, creepy, piss-pants Joe Biden. Seems like there's no other explanation. And even now, House representatives still have to fight. James Comer recently made this statement on Fox Business.
And, the director's been very vague, been very patronizing with both Senator Grassley and I made it clear once again to Senator Grassley, if we didn't have this document in my hand by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, then the House Oversight Committee will vote to hold him in contempt of Congress.
And Speaker McCarthy says he will move on that. So he's saying he will not get a physical copy, but he'll let you and I guess your team and Senator Grassley and his team read it.
Read it
in a
after
skipper.
he redacted it. Okay. Now remember, you have to understand, Liz, I get so much information from some of these federal agencies, and they send it to me, and it's almost all redacted. It's just black lines through everything. So he's wanting us to go to the FBI office, and he's going to let us read it after they redact it. Who knows what that's going to be, but I'm willing to go to the FBI office, but I told Director Wray, if I don't have that document in hand, then he will be held in contempt of Congress starting next week by the House Oversight Committee.
Trying to get away with giving a highly redacted copy of the document, or actually not even giving them a copy, but rather letting them read a redacted copy. But I really don't think it's gonna fly. What are they hiding? And how much is it gonna take to frankly launch a special counsel investigation? Donald Trump could frickin' fart in a damn elevator and they'd launch a special counsel investigation, a full-on investigation, claiming he's an atmospheric terrorist. Meanwhile, everything we see with Joe, and we're still not there yet. The FBI is still trying to bury evidence and pretend like it doesn't exist. Well, it does exist. And you don't need a salacious dossier to justify a special counsel investigation from here. There are multiple credible whistleblowers willing to point the finger at Joe Biden. Former business associates like Tony Bobulinski, the former Obama-Biden White House stenographer who worked directly with and under Joe Biden for I think 6 years if I'm not mistaken, alleging direct corruption involving Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and Jake Sullivan, funneling taxpayer dollars to Ukraine for their own personal gain and personal benefit. And now apparently another very credible whistleblower. GOP whistleblower in Biden corruption case deemed, quote, highly credible, used by FBI since the Obama administration. So apparently the FBI source, who's now an FBI whistleblower, isn't just some random Joe Schmo accusing Joe Biden. No, it's a credible FBI insider who the FBI has deemed credible and has used for nearly a decade. Let's wait and see. Let's see what this document shows us, if we get to see it at all. I mean, hopefully the GOP fights to actually see something unredacted and get it in paper form, subsequently releasing it to the public. James Comer is making the claim that supposedly another country is now involved. The list continues to expand. Illegal influence peddling schemes involving Chinese energy firms linked to the CCP, Ukrainian oligarchs, and energy barons connected to Burisma, the millions of dollars coming out of Romania as well that we've learned from bank transfers, the former mayor of Moscow sending Hunter Biden $5 million, or maybe it was $3.5 million, don't remember the exact number, but either way, freaking suspicious, and now apparently another country. I seem to remember the Bidens meeting with Mexican foreign nationals. Who knows what the country is, but it seems like the operation was wide and vast. This entire time it's all pointed to one individual since the start. That's of course Joe Biden, Mr. 10% for the big guy. We know that this clown is corrupt. The people know it. Actually, funnily enough, there's a poll that just came out recently showing that a large majority of the American population believes that Joe Biden is corrupt, and actually a press reporter brought it up during a press meeting.
In the middle of this, there was a Harvard-Harris poll this month that found that 53% of the public, including a fourth of Democrats, believe, quote, Joe Biden was involved with his son in an illegal influence peddling scheme. There's, of course, evidence that the president interacted with his relatives, associates from China, Mexico, Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine. So what do you say to the majority of Americans who believe that the president is himself corrupt?
Wow. Can I take that question?
The president has spoken to this. The president has spoken to this. And there's nothing to these claims.
The awkward response says it all. Release the document so people can finally see the truth. Joe Biden belongs in prison. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.